Hi guys, Alex here. Welcome back to Girl Talk. I've got a little bit of mess and a little bit of drama today for you guys. First, we're going to go ahead and do our Topless World update. We're going to talk about her most recent live stream as well as a community tab post and a very strange video that she just posted. Chantal seems to think that the rules just do not apply to her. But can she run away to Kuwait and escape all of her problems? I just don't see that happening, especially with the paper trail that she herself leaves behind. We're going to take a look at her newest community tab where she says that she is leaving YouTube, quitting YouTube because she has her husband to support her. And then we'll talk about a clip from Peetz where he had a little moment. It was kind of a lot. And then we're going to go ahead and talk about ALR's newest video because I feel like this one needs to be talked about. She just thinks that she's not like the other girls. All that and more coming up on today's edition of Girl Talk. Let's just get right into it. I mean, shall we? All right, you guys, so let's start off with our Topless World update. She went live at about 5 o'clock in the morning, but of course it was 10 in Kuwait, and there wasn't that many people there because there is such a time zone difference. Most of her audience is in the United States and Canada, but anyways, I tuned into her live stream after the fact, and she does seem a little bit on edge. Like, it feels like something is going on. If you just watch that first 2 seconds of the video, like, what's going on? She does not really seem happy, and her audience isn't really that happy with her either. I mean, this content, or shall we say non-tent, it just feels like a repeat of Kuwait arc #1. So how is she going to differentiate this? Are people going to enjoy tuning in? I don't think so. I think it only gets worse from here, unless there is some Kuwait drama that's being drug up maybe by Mr. Shabib. But a lot of people have kind of lost hope that Mr. Shabib is actually someone that we could put faith in, right? Chantal laments the fact that when people were watching her, it was mostly drama, of course, when she would go off on Natter. Back in the summer of 2022, I mean, she really did drag that Natter saga out because her views were starting to dwindle. All she really had was sitting there at her counter eating food. So occasionally, for a little bump in views, she would react to the things that Natter was saying. Not to say that he wasn't talking about her. I mean, if she wants to react to him, that's fine, right? But she doesn't want to do that kind of thing anymore because it just brings so much negativity, and she's completely fine with this drop off in views. What was interesting about this live stream is how she keeps saying that she's not going to go back to Canada, like she is going to be spending years in Kuwait, and somehow she is going to become a resident of Kuwait. She took to her community tab to kind of address all of the rumors that people have been saying about her lately, and when it came to Salah being a scammer, this is what she had to say. Didn't age well, did it? Scamming for what? He has his own money. I barely make anything anymore on YouTube, and we aren't going to Canada, so not for citizenship either. Try again. I've moved here, yes, as a resident, and am not coming back to Canada. Believe it or not, not everyone wants to live in the West, so my man has sponsored me, and not the other way around. Stay mad. I feel like Foodie is in for a rude awakening. Like, she thinks that she could just go to Kuwait and become a citizen, and this is all just going to work out for her in the end. I don't know about all that. It just feels a little too good to be true. Like, is this really going to work out? She'll just be able to become a resident. She has said so herself, that the only people allowed in Kuwait are those that are either natural born citizens or doing some kind of job and are sponsored. According to the nationality law of 1999, after living in Kuwait for 20 years, you can apply to be granted Kuwaiti citizenship, but only if you are a Muslim by birth or conversion. Now, she is converted, and then you must be practicing for 5 years. You must also speak Arabic fluently. The nationality law also states that the wife of a Kuwaiti man can ask to become a citizen after being married for 15 years. That's a long time. Now, I'm not saying this is 100% the truth because, to be honest, I don't really know. And we also have to keep into account that I believe she's picking her language carefully here when she says resident and not citizen, because that's a completely other venture, but I didn't know it was that hard. She's smugly eating her food, acting like she is just, the queen bee, right? And she also says that she might go back to mukbangs and that she's setting up this new mukbang area of her house. She really has been acting lately like she can do whatever she wants and the law doesn't apply to her. A lot of people are suggesting that maybe she's leaving Canada because she doesn't want to pay her taxes, which is wild. She's doing all of this. Really, she could just pay back her taxes, you know? I mean, they had a payment plan set up. Like, they're not going to throw her in jail. Like, it's not really like that. So it just seems like a lot to get out of some taxes. Here she says now that she is leaving YouTube for a little bit. You know what? I'm going to take a long break and enjoy my life with my husband. The platform has become so enjoyable. I'm so horrible and my content sucks. So I'll let the reaction channels make better content to entertain you. But even after that, she did post a video. Now, this was completely screwed up and strange. She posted a video called How a Chicken Gets Slaughtered and Cleaned, graphic, and the video in question, I mean, that's exactly what it was. She was showing herself buying a fresh chicken in Kuwait. And, you know, I am a meat eater. I do eat chicken. I'm not really sure how the process differs over here, if by very much. But damn, she's just coming off of, you know, being criticized for animal neglect. So it just doesn't feel like the best time. Not that I think it ever would be for her to post this video of a chicken's life being cut, to post this video of this chicken. I really, really just don't understand it. Like, why would she think that her audience would want to see this in the first place? Does it make me a hypocrite because I eat chicken? I don't know. It's just not what I was expecting. I was taken aback when I saw that she posted this. And right after she said she was leaving YouTube. So is she taking a break? Is she not? Is she just going to start posting videos like these? I don't know what she's up to or what her long plan is here. I find it interesting that she thinks she's just going to be able to solve all of her problems by becoming a resident of Kuwait. We shall see how this turns out. I feel like she'll have to go back to Canada within 3 months. No, I mean, it'll be interesting to see where she ends up after this visa expires, because I believe it's only 3 months again, 90 days. That's why it's called 90 Day Fiance. So will she go to another country in the Middle East? I believe she even talked about going to Thailand as well. So maybe she'll head on over to Asia. Foodie Beauty in Asia arc. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. Let me know what you guys think. Let's go ahead and talk about Peetz, because this is great. So I did want to talk briefly about this situation with Peetz last night. So he was on a live stream basically filling out a Plenty of Fish profile because I guess he's getting back into the dating scene. Perhaps he's looking for another obese woman to take care of him. I didn't say that. And here's what he wrote on his profile. I want to work in a library and also be a woman. I'm planning on transitioning to be a woman. I'm just not comfortable identifying as one yet. I love Star Trek and Studio Ghibli. So he was filling out this profile on Plenty of Fish. All was well and good. This is just like content for his channel, right? A Peetz dating arc. Why not? But when he got to the last screen where they wanted to verify his phone number, it showed his actual phone number. And then, of course, this was on his live stream. People begun calling, and Peetz got extremely upset. Take a look at this.
Do not call me or text me or anything. You leave me the alone on my phone, all right? Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You get the Thanks for making it possible for me to have a good time.
He ended his live stream, and I can't help but think, like, what are the people he is living with? Like, what are they thinking? If this continues, is this going to be an issue? Because it is kind of scary, honestly. I get it. I mean, these things happen. It's not fun to be getting a bunch of random phone calls. Of course it's not. But you got to be able to control your anger, especially, like, it's frightening. If you were in that house and you were hearing him going off upstairs, throwing things, banging around, I could feel the anger and that kind of thing. I'm a little bit sensitive to that. It was kind of scary, not gonna lie. All right, you guys, so I wanted to talk about this video from ALR that she put up yesterday. It's called Lab Results, WLS Update, and Am I Spoiled? Now, she begins the vlog by talking about her Colleen Hoover books. I guess she's in her little Colleen phase situation type deal. Can we get any more annoying? She begins to talk about how she has been emailing her dietitian. Yeah, the dietitian that basically disapproved her for her WLS. It feels like Amber just cannot take no for an answer on this one, and she knows what's best. Like, I'm really getting Amber knows best vibes from this. But apparently the dietitian is kind of explaining to her why they made the decision that they made. The dietitian got together with a psychologist that was also working at this particular office, and ultimately that psychologist decides moving forward what the best plan is. But in the end, it wasn't a matter of a disagreement between the dietitian and the psychologist. The dietitian and the psychologist came to this conclusion together. So now Amber has escalated this to the surgeon, and she has convinced the dietitian to get a second opinion from the surgeon, while Amber wishes that she could talk to the surgeon directly. So what do you guys think about this situation? I think that, I'm all for advocating for yourself if you think that this is the best for you. But to be honest, Amber has been to, this is like her second WLS clinic, and they have both told her the same thing, that she really needs to work on her eating habits and why she does the things that she does, working on her up here. And I can't help but think if Amber did stick to the plan that she previously had with the other surgeon, she would have been post-op by now. But no, she wants everyone to kind of cater to her in her situation. Amber has just always had this complex, if that's what you want to call it, that she is just so different. She's not like the other girls. And these people have been doing this for a long time. So I tend to more so think if this is what they think is best, if they have even maybe seen other surgeries not go as well because of something like this, then I would tend to think that they know what they're talking about more so than Amber, just saying. But it can't hurt to get an opinion from the surgeon. So Amber is looking for a clearer answer on why she wasn't approved right away. And she thinks that in a way that she's obsessing over this and she needs a surgery date. If her goal is more within reach, she feels that she can be more successful in this journey. Amber continues to compare herself to others, and it's not really doing herself any favors. Amber laments that people are calling her a spoiled brat because she didn't automatically get approved. I'm getting Amber knows best vibes, but it does make you think she is not really used to hearing no. And I know for a fact that when she was with, hate to bring her up, when she was with Becky got to the point where she just did not want to tell Amber no. She didn't want to deal with what would happen if she said no. I understand her feeling disheartened and she wants to make these changes, but clearly she does not know best. Because if she did, then we probably wouldn't be here in this situation. Does that make sense? Amber says that WLS will be the tool that will save her life, but is she ready for this? The professionals seem to think not. She is trying to undo years and years of thinking that got her to where she is today. That's not easy. It's going to take time. Amber says that she cannot get to a healthy weight without this surgery. She lost 116 pounds in the past. I believe that's the most she ever lost, but she can't seem to lose any more than that, and she has been yo-yo dieting for years. We have seen it play out with our own two eyes. Our girl has been super stressed because of all the tests, and she even admits that she wants to turn to food for comfort, and that's something she has to work through, and that right there is her answer. That's why they are reluctant to just do the surgery. It got a little strange there towards the end of the video. Amber is upset because people just don't understand her timeline and people get everything wrong about her. Yeah, it is hard to keep up with her because the story does change. So she's going to let us know the truth in the future. It's honestly making me a bit more confused. But Amber says everything she is saying is 100% the truth, and you can believe what you want. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I will, of course, catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.